All right, back again at the Behringer booth. I've been in front of this camera for going on 3 days under lights with microphones. Fact of the matter is, I'm not the star of this show. This is the star of this show. This is the Behringer X32 32-channel digital mixing console. Represents Behringer's foray into the world of digital mixing. Here to give us some more details on it is Joe Sanborn. He's right here.
Hi, we're going to take a look at the new exciting Behringer X32 digital console. This represents a real paradigm shift in mixing technology. This is a fully digital console. You have 32 mic pre-ins, so that there is actually 32 XLR mic jacks on the back of the console to come in with 32 analog mic ins. It's a 40-channel processing console, so there's actually 40 totally processing channels, which you can configure any way you want. With your 32 mic ins, there's also an additional 6 auxes in and out on the back, which you can configure for using any way you like on the console. Basically, how this works is you have a bank of 25 motorized faders. On the left side of the console, you basically have your input section, and you have channels 1 through 16 on the console with a flip button, so you can go 1 through 16 or 17 through 32 on the same bank of 16 faders. Working our way up, you have a mute switch. You have this really cool little LCD panel.
There's an LCD panel per channel.
It's an LCD panel per channel. You basically have a little library in there. If you want to, put a kick drum diagram on, you select the kick drum, snare drum, a vocal channel, whatever. So that's built into each channel. Working our way up, you then get into each channel has its own level meter. And in addition to showing level coming into the channel, you can also see whether or not the gate or the compressor is engaged for that channel. Whatever channel is selected comes up here, and this is your input strip for the console. So you're starting at the top, you got your mic coming in, you got your preamp, you have a low-cut filter which you can dial in or out. You have a built-in gate on every channel, compressor limiter, showing gain reduction right here with your thresholds. Working our way over, we have the equalizer section. It's a four-band parametric EQ, fully parametric on all 4 bands, or you can set it for low cut or high cut. We have our bus section over here. Believe it or not, there's 16 aux sends, all selectable pre or post. They basically come up in banks of 4, working through all the way to your 16, and then you have your send levels. You also have your main bus out level for that individual channel. Over on the right side of the console, where you traditionally have your master section, we basically have 8 faders, which represent our 16 bus outs on the console. There's actually 16 XLR bus outs on the back. We go 1 through 8 or 9 through 16 on those 8 faders. We also have 8 DCAs built in, which double up also on that same bank of faders. We would just select group to come up to our DCAs. Up here we have our monitor interface for the console. It's really super intuitive. Whatever you select on the console, the screen automatically selects to that function. If you're doing EQing, compression, whatever it happens to be, it comes up. In addition, you have some really cool items in the console. We have 8 effects processors. You can configure those any way you want, wherever you want them. You can put them on aux sends, however you want to use those 8 effects, so you don't have to use that big, external processing rack. There's also 8 graphic EQs. So, if you're doing a live show, typically you have a graphic EQ on the left and right front of house. You got a graphic EQ for each mix on stage. All that's built right into the console. You can configure it any way you want to use those graphic EQs. A really cool feature on the X32 is also the ability to record 32 discrete tracks. Basically you just connect a USB memory stick right here at the top. They make 10, 20 gig sticks. Or you can connect a USB hard drive, and basically before the show just pop the console into record mode. It's going to record all 32 tracks to 32 discrete wave files. You get home with that hard drive, you just import those into whatever DAW you're using, and do your live edit of your live show that you recorded that night. just another cool feature in the X32. What really sets this console apart from a lot of the other products that might be out on the market are with Behringer's acquisition of Clark Technic, we're able to use the dual AES Cat5. It's actually AES 50 Cat5 connections on the back. Those deliver 48 channels apiece digitally down 2 Cat5 wires. So you'll be able to put this at your front of house position, run 2 Cat5 wires to the stage. We're going to be making stage boxes for this that are basically 16 by 8. So you got 16 mic ins, 8 outs. There's also a jack on the back which connects to our P16 personal monitoring system. So if all of your musicians are using in-ear monitors on stage, they'll all be able to have their own little mix station with the P16. You'll be able to send that digitally down the same snake and configure it any way you want to use it on stage. The X32, as I said, it really represents a true paradigm shift. The targeted street price on this is $24.99. I mean, you're basically getting a $30,000 to $40,000 feature set in a console at $2,500. It's really, truly amazing. So this is the X32, due out in 2011 from Behringer.
Joe, thanks very much, man.
Yeah,
I don't know how you memorized that. You've been working on it for weeks.
Yeah.
That's what we do.
That's right.
Take care. Thank you very much.